Alright everyone, how you doing? So I thought I would do a collective channel messages and then we'll look into some tarot for everybody. How is everyone? So I'm hearing hook, line and sinker. I'm looking for something to sync together or work together or work on a project together for a lot of you. I'm also hearing a project manager or Madger, the name Madger, or Emily, Melissa, Maria, Matilda, Marge even, Margarine, something to do with Doreen. Anyway, something to do with tarot maybe. But what I'm hearing for you is that I'm looking for a hook and I'm also looking to sync my battleship. So I think a lot of you are probably dealing with a six of swords, which would be a Capricorn or Gemini person for a lot of you at the moment for the channel stuff. If you haven't seen this channel before, you have to give me time to kind of get the story out and figure out what they're trying to tell me. Okay. So I'm hearing something to do with around a six, which would be a six of swords, sunk my battleship. So you might be working on some sort of like relationship that you're working on or building up a relationship with someone. I'm also the name Hilda, okay, or Harrison, the name Harrison or Hilda or anybody beginning with H, Haley, yeah, anybody beginning with H. But I'm definitely hearing I'm trying to build up my rapport also. Okay, so I'm trying to work on something and build up a rapport. So some of you are trying to build up something. Like I said, it's probably to do with a project and you're trying to look to build up your subscription rate or build up a building or resurrect something from the dead. It might be your past. So you could be dealing with a 4, which would be Scorpio, Aries person. Okay, but I'm looking to resurrect something and build it from scratch. Some of you are scratching, might be a lot to do with music. I keep picking up a lot of music references because I'm picking up like hook, line and sinker and I'm looking for a decent hook. So it might be like a catchphrase, some of you might channel and stuff like that, but like I'm looking for a certain catch and a certain flair and I'm looking for a specific something as a hook to get me started. So I'm hearing like I'm just getting started again and I'm just building something up again and I'm looking for a certain hook and a way in. Okay, so some of you, so that might be music, we'll go back to that soon. Some of you, like I said, it could be to do with your ex or anything that you've got and you're looking for a way back into something because, okay, this is loads of messages at once. Okay, so some of you are looking to get back in with your ex maybe, but I'm also hearing something backing up. Okay, so like backing up material and having to back it all up and go through like a computer or a supercomputer. Hopefully it's nothing to do with the COVID. I don't want to deal with that one. But like COVID or David, but like backing things up onto like a hard drive. So some of you are like transporting like folders and stuff like that. And I'm looking to put folders onto a certain SD card or driver or something like that and I'm looking to back everything up. So some of you, I don't know what this is that you're backing up. I don't know if it's like multimedia, anything that is multimedia based type sort of things of backing up your material. So I'm also hearing Madonna, so like backing up material girl. So some of you are into like designing, okay, like material or something, and I'm looking for a backer for material. Okay, so some of you are looking for tobacco. Okay, but I'm also hearing like I'm looking for a backer to support my company. Okay, and it might be anything that is to do with around arts or material. So what they're saying is that a lot of you out there, whatever it is that you're doing project wise or work wise, you're kind of looking for a backer to back your material. So it's kind of like that you have, because I'm picking up on different energies of material, meaning like actual clothes and designing. Some of this is like computer-based designing and music. Okay, so it's all kind of relating to the same message. And I'm looking for a backer that can back up my material. Okay, so let's have a look at the message, what they're trying to, because I get different channels at different times. Okay, so let's have a look at the channel where it's involving something to do with around material or clothes. Some of you, it's like a clothes line that you want to sell. Something around Leo or an Aquarian, because I'm picking up lion. Okay, so like I'm looking to back up my, sorry, because I'm also hearing music references as well at the same time. A line. I'm looking for a catchphrase of a line. Like I'm just looking for a certain like hook of like vocals or like a vocalist and stuff like that, like violins and vocals. And I'm looking, I mean, trust me, this is pretty much messages for myself because of the MPC-X. So if you are interested in music, you might want to join my Angel Radio. It's a free music thing, loads of different music things, but it's a different channel that I run for music production, videos and all that sort of stuff, but you can find that below. But I'm picking up, like, I'm looking for a certain hook. Okay, so I'm looking like for a lead vocalist or a vocal or like a synth sound or a violin or something like that, or Vera-lyn or something to do around Pink Floyd. But like, I'm looking for Vera and I'm looking for Lynn, Lee, Lucifer, Lucy, Lucifer, definitely like Gemini, Capricorn kind of energies. Yeah, so looking for a certain line, and I'm looking for a certain vocal or vocalist, or you are a vocalist and you're looking for someone to actually physically like produce music with, so on and so forth. Okay, something like that. Now, let's go back to the actual material part, because some of you are kind of like looking into a new clothing range, is what I'm hearing. Like, I need to look into, I mean, this is going to, oh wow, I forgot about that actually, about the t-shirts and stuff that people said. I did look into it and I have half set it up, but I'm waiting to hear back from the tax people to say that my W8 bin has gone through in order to be able to open up the clothing range and sell it. Okay, so let's have a look at what this is. Sorry, it's a private reading email. So yeah, I definitely keep hearing this, like I'm looking for a clothing range and I need to like design something in order to be able to try and sell it. But for a lot of you, like I said, it's coming across as like arts and stuff like that. Like, I'm looking for a niche in the market of how it is that I can sell the product that it is that I have to sell. Okay, so I mean, you know, I'm sorry for all those tarot people out there that are all like contacting me daily, asking me like, you know, I'm a tarot reader, I'm a tarot reader. I'm sorry guys, but I get that like daily. I do get that daily. Okay, so, you know, it's difficult. It is. You have to persist and you have to be very good at your art, and you can't just have a couple of three. You have to like, you probably have to do at least 5 or 6 a week, at least for a start, right? Because if you're looking at YouTube, it's no good just doing one video, you know, one video, because that's never going to get seen. You know, YouTube needs to know that you're consistent, because they earn money from you on YouTube. That's why YouTube is what it is and as big as it is because they earn money from you. So you have to look for a certain niche, but you can't really just do one video, okay? So you have to do like a whole set of videos. So for a lot of you, like I said, it is something to do around YouTube and marketing, trying to sell your product, probably going onto a web page, web designer. Also keep hearing like a web designer, and looking into like probably making an actual website in order to be able to sell something that you have. Or you might be looking into certain things like I am also, which would be, I don't know which one to use, Disco Kid, and there's one that I found out a long time ago not to actually use, and I can't remember what the name was, but there's a few music companies in order to be able to put it on Spotify, because I have like a back catalogue of like, I don't know, probably about 50 songs that I've just basically all on the other channel really. But like, and also on Patron. Because I don't know if any of you guys know and you are interested in my music, but it's free on the other channel, but it's also on Patreon, where it's like $3 I think in order to be able to join and just download everything and then leave if you want to. But like yeah, that's pretty much how I first started. So something like that, because it's on MP3, so you get a free MP3 download with that. Okay, so that's that one. So the message that started this off for me was something to do with around hook, line and sinker. And I need to sync something up and get it in alignment with everybody else. So some of you really are looking at like an 8 of Pentacles, and I'm looking to be in alignment with someone that I'm in a line with. Like I definitely keep picking up like a 7, which would be a 7 of Wands, so it'd be like a Cancerian or boundaries, and I'm trying to have boundaries, 7 of Wands, so life path number 7 or a Cancerian specifically. And I'm looking to draw a line in the sand and call it closure, or I don't know, because I'm getting this kind of energy of like approaching something but don't really know. I'm very unsure, so the name's Shaw or Gary or Tina, okay, and I'm very unsure about whether to approach this person. So it's around Leos and Aquarian energies, Leo and Aquarian energies. And it's like I don't know how to approach them, and I don't know how to say anything to them, and I don't know if they would speak to me or not, even if I did. But if I didn't, then, you know, is the time getting longer for me actually to not say anything? So for a lot of you, it kind of feels like this, not pressure, but just kind of like someone that you miss, but you don't miss the drama, but you miss the person. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you sort of miss the relationship, but some of you just, it's like, I don't really want to be, you can tie me up, but just don't tie me down kind of energy, right? I just don't want to be like in a full-time commitment, but I am kind of missing the person, but I just don't really know what they're up to because I haven't spoke to them in a while, and I don't actually know how to approach the person to actually start off a conversation. So some of you are kind of in that limbo. So I'm also hearing Lynn, the name Lynn, or Vera Lynn, or Leanie. Also, sorry for the dog. Wow, that really throws me off as well. Something to do with the, someone could be barking mad. But yeah, I keep hearing this energy of like Linny or Laney or something like that. Could have something to do with a dog. Because it could have something to do with Leo, possible. But Laney or Leanne, and these people could be Leos, because I'm picking up, like, obviously dog barks for a reason, dog, which would mean a Leo, cat, y'all have to know our channel. So like I said, it's something to do with around a dog again. This, like, I'm looking for a leeway in, something to do around a dog, okay, but I think it's Leo energies, Leos, and I'm looking for a way in. Like, I don't want out, I want in, but I don't really want full-time in. I just kind of want to dip my toe in the water. So it might be something around Sagittarian energy, Sagittarius placement, Sun, rising Venus, Jupiter, North Node, or 5, which would mean Sagittarius, Taurus. Okay, sorry, I'm going to confuse you with that way of looking at the code. Cody, I'm also hearing Cody, or Codeine, something to do with the name Dean, Dan, anybody beginning with D. Okay. Codeine, some of you are on codeine, some of you could be, like I said, it could be detoxing or anything like that, detoxing from certain substances, which would be codeine, okay, or you need codeine for a painkiller. But I'm also hearing the name Cody, also Cody or Brody or Brainy or Briny. Brian, also picking up the name Brian. Okay, so anyway, so their names. So what's a major collective energy channeled message here for everybody? I think it's kind of like this project type thing that everybody's kind of got going on, like this prospects. Like, I'm looking to build up something that I have going. Some of you, you're just concentrating on the love thing. Okay, Stephen, or like concentrating on a love thing, Stephen King. But like, I'm concentrating on a love thing. And some of you are just concentrated on a specific thing, right? Which means that for a lot of you could be in relationships and everything's going fine, but you're basically just kind of, or even single, but basically just concentrated more on the thing than the actual relationship. So it's kind of like I've got a lot on, like a lot of work, a lot of projects, a lot of stuff that I want to get going and get building and get moving and get moving and get moving. And I've got a lot on, okay, and it doesn't really leave a lot of time for me to kind of think. It's kind of this energy where, when I'm not really thinking of the thing, or Stephen, when I'm really not thinking of the thing, I'm thinking of, what is this thing? Is it me, or is it another Stephen? Sorry, this just, I can't explain how I channel to everybody all the time. It's just that when I get new people come, okay, I kind of lay bare out pretty much stuff. So I'm hearing like, some of you are concentrating on me, or like you're concentrating on another Stephen, or you're concentrating on a book, like writing a book or reading. Like, you seem to like read quite a lot of books. Something to read, eat, read, love or something. But like reading, read, the name Reedy or reeds. So reeds would be anything to do with like flutes and stuff like that. Flutes or reeds or like cello and stuff. I really keep picking up like a reed. Okay, but I keep hearing the name read, like a card reader. Okay, so some of you are looking for an actual tarot card reader or a card reader, or you are one, or like or this person eat read or something is a card reader and they're watching in the background there. But like something to do with like, I'm looking for a reader. Okay, so you might be looking. I mean, my services are below if you ever want a personal email or personal reading. Okay, but please just don't ask for like free tarot card readings. But like, Yeah, I keep hearing like I'm looking for a card reader, but I don't think that it's a tarot card reader. I think it's a card reader, like something that's going to read the cards that I have. So like an SD card reader, or like I don't know, because all of this downloading these things, like I'm downloading a load of stuff, and I'm looking to put it onto like an external hard drive. So it's kind of like I'm looking for a hard drive or an external hard drive or something like that in order to back up all of my projects and things that I have. I'm looking for an external hard drive. Okay, so that's that. There's something here around I'm looking for an X. I'm looking for my X. Like some of it could be something to do around Virgo energies, because I'm hearing like I'm looking for something. So a Virgo with Scorpio, like a Virgo's looking for a Scorpio energy of 4, so or an Aries. But like I'm picking up a 9 looking for a 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which would be a 4 again. So it's kind of like I'm a 9 somewhere, Virgo or a life path, and I'm looking for a 4, which would mean an Aries or a Scorpio. And I'm looking at them or looking for them. Okay, so somebody could be looking at someone's social media, okay, or the name Melia or M, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Matilda, anybody beginning with E or M, okay. I'm looking at someone's social media. So for all you guys that are worried about stalking and all that sort of stuff, I mean, y'all have to deal with your fucking lost mind there. But like, I'm looking at someone's social media to see if there's a change in a person. So for a lot of you, you get people like this though. You get people that check people's social media to see if there's a change in the person without physically communicating. This is what I'm picking up. Like, I'm looking for see if there's a change in the person without physically communicating to see if they've changed by what they say. So that means that these people must be on anything that is being recorded. So like you're following YouTube people, like, or exes are following people that have YouTube, or well, anybody basically that speaks publicly that makes a video basically. And it's like I'm looking to see if there's any change in the person when they actually physically come online. I can actually watch to see if they've changed their mind or changed. So for a lot of you, you're basing this off a tarot card reading without physically communicating, and some people are watching people that are making videos to see if there's a change in their personality or their disorder or something like that, or someone has a personality disorder. Could be something to do with Gemini. Gemini, they would normally have a personality disorder. Not literally, unless you know Geminis, like my moon sign. But like, I'm looking to see if there's a change in their personality without physically contacting, because it's kind of like I need to find out if this person's calmed down yet or not, or something to do with a knot, which would be a frayed knot, which would be a Pisces in my book. So something to do with like I'm looking to see if there's a change in their disorder yet, to see whether I can actually contact them without physically contacting them, by watching them and seeing if they're like changed, and then contact them because their demeanor might be different or some weird shit. I don't know. But like I keep checking up on the person to see if they've changed, and then if they have changed, then fuck knows. Fuck knows. So you got an energy there of what they're saying. So some of you, you're actually looking to see if there's a change in someone's actual disorder, like Laura or law and order. Like, so law and order would be anything that is also, like I said, court related, okay? And I'm keep going back to my counsellor. Sorry. I keep going back to my counsellor or my brief or the court in order to see if there's any change in my circumstance. There you go. So they're saying that for a lot of you, you keep checking up to see if there's any change in the circumstances yet. So I don't know if any of you have got evidence, because we had that in a collective message a while back, and I think it was called Police Camera Surveillance or something. Okay, so now they're getting me to actually look at, some of you are backing up situations of actual cameras. So like an SD card of cameras and pictures and photographs and films. And some of you, this is actually backing up evidence of stuff that you may have on footage of a person doing something. So this would be anybody around a neighbourhood or like a neighbourhood watch. and I'm going through the camera surveillance to try and back up the evidence that I had that somebody could have done or said something illegal or incriminating, and I'm trying to find out what it is so I can back it up to find the evidence. So anybody could even be going through different YouTube readers or channels and seeing if anybody said something against another person or something like that, or I don't know, and seeing if they can find anything incriminating in order to sue a person, or like physically, like I said, it's you've got people that do this around YouTube and stuff like that, that some people don't like what other people say, definitely around me, because I channel people's names and I channel people's situations, and a lot of people don't understand about channeling, and they physically feel as if I'm attacking them by me physically just channeling what goes on behind the scenes, which means that people can actually watch my channel and they wouldn't even admit it, and the fact that I would know because I'm a medium. But you guys more than likely wouldn't know that, right? So what I pick up, and what I can also get a lot of blame from and stick from, is physically channeling energies behind the scenes of like Libra or 2, okay? So I can pick up energies because I call out their names, I call out their story, and I read it out, you know. So something's a reading, again, but something's like I constantly read out people's stories and channel their name and their story and their situation at hand, because I sniff out the energy, which is around a 4, which is a Scorpio. So I sniff out the energies that happens behind the scenes that people may not know, and I can sniff it out obviously because I'm channeling story, name, channel, YouTube, or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I'm a physical hieroglyphic tube on YouTube. So basically look at it as a directory. If people are watching or are about to watch this channel, okay, look at it as an old-fashioned receiving energy of like, hello, is that operator? Yeah, operator 42. Right, operator 42. Can you please plug me through a directory of whatever, shove it and bung it into an hole, pretty much, and then bung that into an hole and pick it up and say, hello, we have Daphne on the other side of the, you know, and basically you're connecting it straight into my third eye, and I can pick up stories whether people admit it or not, right? Because I have a lot of water in my chart. Pisces Sun, Scorpio rising, also in the 12th, Cancer in the spiritual houses, and God knows what else, and so on and so forth, and trines and shit. But Neptune in the first house is also a very big one. But see, a lot of people look for the star signs, but it's really the planets that you need to look for, of where they're related to in the actual star sign that be in one's chart there. Okay. And that does not mean for everybody, for everybody that is all channelers, readers and stuff like that, that does not mean overnight success because you have a gift. My gift took me, I'm pretty much now very nearly, and I will go live when I've done 20,000, but 20,000 subscribers, okay, 20,000 subscribers, okay. And that's took me many, many, many years of, well, what's the point of having a gift if you don't use it, right? What's the point in having fucking anything if you don't use it, right? So, you know, you always have to stick what you're good at, but that does not mean by chance, any chance, that anything is an overnight success. You have to work hard at it, and you have to prove to yourself that you're willing to do it by working hard. Because if you're very flaky in anything, spirit or anybody is not really going to take you very seriously if you don't work hard at what you want, okay? And this is why I don't always necessarily, when everybody contacts me saying, look, I'm a reader and I'm a channeler, this is why I don't free-willingly just say, you know what, here's all of my hard work for the last 7 years. Well, I've been this way since birth, basically. But like, you know, I'm not just about to pass over like 7 years worth of hard work over to a channel that's like a couple of 3 people and basically just throw it on. So there you go, you can have all of my hard work, you know. And even if I did, if you guys had 1 or 2 or 3, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 videos out there, I could send everything over to the channel, and they'd be like, I don't really want to subscribe anyway. You know, I'm not being horrible, but do you know what I'm saying? A lot of people look for that niche of a market of getting straight into thinking that YouTube is the biggest, popularest thing ever. And I can assure you it's not. I can assure you that YouTube pays quite well when you have thousands upon thousands of views per video, okay, per video. But that, if you have mortgages, children, and everything else, for a lot of that, and for a lot of the beginning, definitely that is nowhere near enough in order to be able to support yourself living quarter-wise. Okay, so just bear all of those kind of lessons in life, well, basically around YouTube and stuff, of how difficult that is to actually physically work on what you have been doing for so many years, to just basically give it all over to another person. Because I get asked it daily, trust me, I do, you know. And I've got nothing against people, but, you know, I would really have to see potential in a person and love their content for me to be able to, like, just do that, okay? And I would normally do that when it's around music, more than likely, when it comes to me. Okay, if it's anything music related and I love it, that's what I'm very addicted to, okay? So, stuff like that, okay? Yeah, so we're going to call that it for your actual channel messages, guys. As before, I'm going to stop the video and then restart it again and actually do your tarot reading, and we're going to see what a collective message is coming up, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, guys, so yeah, I feel it's backing up incriminating evidence, or backing up evidence, or backing up your material, or looking to actually make a channel. Because I keep hearing, like, I'm looking to make another channel. Like, is it something to do around the Channel Tunnel, and something to do around Leo, or something to do with around London? Because you keep hearing L, or Elzebub, something to do around a Capricorn, or a Leo, okay, or a channel, and I'm looking to make a channel, or I'm looking to physically start a channel, or another one. Like, I have a channel, but I'm looking to make another one. Or you are like myself and you're looking at my other channel, which is to do with around angel radio and music. Different than actual tarot, but it is actual channeled spirit messages through the music I make. So, because I always see music as anything spiritual. So, spiritual dance music, spiritual music, like lo-fi, FM, that kind of stuff is also what I'm hearing for a lot of you. Look at, some of you are looking for F or Steph, Ethne, or effing else, someone from probably China, okay, or Japan, or somewhere like that. But I keep hearing, is there anything else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else I can do for you? Somebody is like a housewife or something, and they're saying, is there anything else that I can do for you? There's kind of like a very helpful energy here also, very helpful, or the name Neville, or Noel, or Noel, okay, or like house party. Some of you could be having a house party. Could have something to do around Leo's birthday, actually. Happy birthday, Leos. But something to do with a house warming or a house party. So you really could be dealing around a Piscean, because that would be a 3 of Cups for me. So like, I'm looking for a house warming and I'm looking for a party. So some of you could be organising or planning your actual party, but that would be around Leo's. Unless your other star signs here that know Leo's, that are something to do around organising parties. Because I'm picking up like a party, or like someone's organising like an event here. Okay, I'm also picking up event horizon, so it's something to do around Aquarius. You ain't going to need eyes where you're going. It's just a channel message that I came out with a long time ago for those. But something to do with around, like, I'm looking for an event, and I'm looking for like a venue in order to hold this event for a lot. Sorry, I'm actually still channeling. I was supposed to be doing your tarot cards. But like, I'm looking to actually, looking for an event and a planning and a party organizer or an organization to work with, or physically like looking for a venue and a house or a hall in order to be able to hold it. So there might be, like I said, something to do with around a party, and you want a party, but you don't want to have it where you live, you actually want it. So this is kind of like a 30th birthday or a 40th or a 50th. Like a big event, like a milestone that is reached of someone's age, okay? And it's kind of like this planning a party or a trip out, something like that, around this, like I said, organising, but like a big event, like not just a small one, someone's milestone of their age, of reaching it. So it's got to be around a Leo. So it has to be around a Leo for a lot of you. And I'm organising a party because, well, it could just be a general party and you're sort of like 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 42, 43, 44. But like, I'm picking up like a milestone of like well, they're saying 40, either 30, 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 or, you know, but something like that, or 20th birthday party even. But they definitely keep saying that. Now, for some of you, it's not a birthday, it's like a wedding planner, or like wedding arranging, and like flowers and butterfly. They keep saying butterflies, but that's actually a track that I made on Angel Radio. We all turn to butterflies, metamorphosis. It was a story that was created by the video I made, and then also a story of butterfly and metamorphosis of change. And it was based around Scorpio energy, but also other energies. Because we all turn to butterflies, and basically we all turn to dust. Okay, so Stardust, somebody around Aquarius person, or Leo. But like stardom. Starman waiting in the sky. Skylar or Tyler in the sky, physically a deceased person. Wow, here we go. David or Dave or Bowie. I very much doubt anybody else is called Bowie. Hands up if your name's Bowie, or hands up if you're batshit crazy. It's going to be Steve's t-shirt range. But like something to do with around Bowie or Starman waiting in this. I'm waiting in the wind. So I'm waiting in the wind in order to be a star. See, a lot of you just want automatic stardom. Or you are a star. I don't know. But like I'm waiting in the sky. I'd like to come and meet her, but I don't know. So it's kind of like this. I'm waiting to meet them, or I want to meet them, but I don't know whether they will say yes or no. So it's kind of around a Libra energy possible, or a number 2 somewhere, or a number that adds up to 2. Life path, add them together. What number do you come out with? Look for the major arcana. If it's a sign of 2, it might be around a Libra. Okay, but it doesn't have to be. But like I'm looking to come and meet you halfway, or are you willing to meet me halfway? So I don't know how far this travelling is, or like is it to do with a connection again and building up a connection, and are you willing to at least meet me halfway and discuss something, or like go over where to go or what to. This could be like relationship terms, but it feels like that we need to go over terms and conditions of like, can we at least meet halfway and discuss something? So it might be where like if you're booking a venue or something, it feels like that there's going to have to be like, can you at least meet me halfway and let us have this blah 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 at a cheaper price, and so on and so forth, and all that kind of thing. Like discussing negotiating terms and conditions of one relationship, past relationships, and also terms and conditions of physical. Okay, someone works at a morgue here. Okay, because I'm picking up a mortuary or a morgue. Sorry about the actual hoovering there. But like I keep picking up like a planner of someone that comes in, and they pick up like a funeral parlour, because that came up where I said Jim or Jaylene, Juice and Justin Jasmine, or a Jim Morrison, and a funeral pyre, and it was to do with a Maya, okay, or Mimar. And like is something around like flower arranging, or like funeral arrangements. So some of you, like I said, there was people in the last channel message that actually lost a few people, and I think I actually called their names out as well. Any of you been following me for a while that know of the death list video that I made? There you go. But something to do with we need to arrange this flowers, or we need to arrange this funeral, or we are the funeral arrangers, and we need to prepare a person, because I'm hearing a person being prepared here. Preparation. So I'm picking up like vol-au-vents and stuff. I don't know if this is a wedding or a funeral or a marriage, but I'm picking up like we need to sort out the preparations. Okay, so like table arranging and flower arranging and seat organisations and arranging, and where are everybody going to sit and stuff like that. I mean, it's very, trust me, it's very COVID times at the moment, because there's been a lot of people in my town, when we were under lockdown and everything else, nobody caught anything really, and we were like, because we're a very small town where I live, so we're very secluded away from a lot of things. But as soon as England started playing in the football there, everybody started mingling, again, and everybody at that venue caught COVID, majority of them, and some of them had their jabs and some of them didn't, and the people that didn't are in intensive care, and they're now actually all apologising on Facebook publicly, saying what a mistake I made actually physically not having the actual COVID jab. Yeah. So so I, I mean, I think, what did I, yes, sorry, it's actually reminding me, I actually got a friend of mine, there's a Taurus that's getting married, and I got invited to go to the actual, not to the wedding, but to the after do. And I kind of like really second guessing it because of all these people like catching COVID. Something like that for you. Anyway, so give us a, sorry, if you want to like, if y'all want to put a thing in the description to say when and what and how and what times and stuff, I'll thank you. Anyway, come back to us, Steve. Okay, so let's actually look at collectively what's going on for a tarot reading collectively for people. What's coming up collectively for everyone? Please tell me what's coming up collectively for everybody, please, Spirit. So, Seven of Wands. So, remember what I was saying about the Seven of Wands? It's more like on terms of good terms or not terms, good terms or bad terms. Are we speaking or not? Could be to do with around it could be a Cancerian, but it could also be a Pisces, because I'm hearing a not. Afraid not. So it's kind of like this energy of, well, globally it's going to be very difficult in order to tell what it's relating to, because we're obviously talking about a lot of energies here. So I don't know if this is around like people offering people and saying, like, I'm sorry, but I can't. Or there's an energy of like whether it's approaching around love of like meeting halfway, because this was always about meeting halfway, seeing things from both sides. So I mean a discussion that would be needed if wanted by both parties in order to be able to discuss. Also hearing Guthrie governs, something to do with all of these guitars that I've got around me here, but like Guthrie governs, or the name Guthrie or governor, the governor of the state, something to do around the state. So something to do around, like I said, Canada or like America, places that have states. We have cities, but like states. Governor of the state, something going on in America, is it? I don't know. I don't watch TV, so I don't know. But like the governor, or like waiting on word to get whether we can or not. Okay, so this would have a lot to do around work, whether you can come or whether you can't. If it's about somebody coming and reconciling energies to do their own love, there needs to be a meeting at halfway. So both parties basically have to drop their boundaries in order to be able to discuss something about, talking about it amicably, okay, without cutting each other off. Okay, unless you want to cut someone off at the knees, I don't know. But generally it always takes people to drop their ego and reach out and ask. Okay, so there's this energy, what I'm picking up globally for a lot of you, that could be to do around the state, and we're waiting to get word to see whether we can or can't. Go ahead on it. Some of you, like I said, you could really be struggling financially or physically with anything to do with, like I said, getting motivated and getting going. And it's kind of like this energy of a car, okay, because it would be a 7, so it would be a Cancerian energy. So, I mean, going forward, okay, and I'm really struggling getting things picking up, like it doesn't seem to be coming in, because it's not energy within your spirit that's blocked, it needs hard work, okay. So it's meaning that don't give up, because it can also mean the tower, because the 7 would be the tower as well, okay. So I mean, like things that need rebuilding and starting again, but I need to drop my defences if I really want to be with this person. People need to like physically drop their ego, you know, because y'all can bitch and moan and scream at me in the chat section there, or in the comment section, and say that you don't want this person and that you've moved on, but then like 3 or 4 months later you're still like fucking bitching and moaning about certain people that are still in your life or even out of them, you know. So don't get lost there, okay? You don't have to relate every single tarot card reading with the same person. If your karmic situation is done, you pretty much, or unless your name is done, okay? But like, you know, it's something here around like the go-ahead, and I need to be given the go-ahead first. So like I said, if you're looking for any of those channel messages that came up for me, well, for you guys, was about I need to get word first before I can get the go-ahead, then that's both needing to reach out there. But like I said, I feel there is something around this picking up evidence along the way. Like I seem to be picking up more and more evidence along the way about myself. I mean, I've discovered a lot of things about myself. Me, I'm a very controlling person. Everybody is so quick to judge everybody and say, you know what, they're a narc, and am I a narc, and everything else. I can guarantee you that if you're on a spiritual journey, you're going to come across a very controlling person, especially if you've got fixed signs. Because I'm a Scorpio rising and a Taurus descending. Okay, so I have fixed fucked, basically, I'm fucked. Right, so, you know, I'm controlling within my own right, okay, because my chart says that. Pisces sun, Gemini moon, but Scorpio rising. So a lot of fixed, stubborn, arrogant energies of like what I want and when I don't want it and changing my mind all the goddamn time, and all of those energies is going to come across to another person as very controlling, okay, obviously, right? But it's all set and written within an actual placement of yours to say how controlling you're going to be, when you're going to be controlled. It's very difficult in order to like coexist with people when you're spiritual, because me personally, I go through a hell of a lot of energy through planets moving. I don't follow astrology. I kind of know my own parts, but I don't follow astrology, but I know enough to know that when something is going on, I feel completely and utterly fucking head fucked, boxed, right? So I know that something is going on upstairs that's making me feel a certain way. But that certain way that makes me feel happens for a reason, okay? Everything always happens for a reason. Because I am actual a 7 and a life path, okay, I have a hell of a lot of energy that I will always come across as if I have a lot of strict boundaries, okay? I didn't when I was Tauran energy, but then growing towards Scorpio of rising, I realised that all the boundaries that I was forced upon a lesson is that I find it very difficult in order to stay put, okay? Because I can get energy that comes towards me and I'm like, oh God, no, what the fuck? It's too much, right? So, you know, too much time, too much effort, too much attention given towards me, I can kind of be like, well, what's your intentions? Like, why is it that you want me? You see, and then like for a 7 of awakenings and 7 of cups and the tower, still relate to 7, you can question a lot of energies because you will also be gaslit a lot within your life. If you're a 7 energy or Cancerian, you can be gaslit a fucking hell of a lot because you would relate to the 7 of cups and the tower, okay? So you can be very receptive towards energy of knowing, okay, well, I know you well because of certain blah, 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 but it depends on what other parts of the people are dealing with here. So let's see, collectively, what is going on collectively with everybody, please. 10 of Cups, Pisces could be dealing with a Cancerian, a life path 7, or a life path 1, or a Pisces, okay? But like a lot of energy of like I'm learning to open up and drop my boundaries and become more relaxed. So you're kind of like easing into something that you're learning and easing your way in, okay? And you're also kind of like becoming more relaxed and realizing that you are happy who you are, okay? And I think that there might be someone that is on the opposite end of this that could be noticing that there is a certain change in your demeanor, okay, here for some of you. But like I said, if you've got anything project-wise and stuff going on like that at the moment, it's learning a new skill for a 7, but it's also becoming very excited about it, okay? And that you're kind of working your way towards progression of learning, okay? So it means that I'm happy what I'm doing and I'm actually enjoying it instead of hating it. I'm actually enjoying the process, okay? Also enjoying Steve's show. But like, I'm also enjoying, because I'm hearing Joyce or Rejoice or Reese or Rihanna, Gianna, or Cheyenne, or Michael Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine, Jackie, but like Cheyenne, Diane, also Dana or Dinah or Diane. Let's see. Collective. So you got 6. There's the 6 energy at the beginning. You sunk my battleship. So 6 of Pentacles now. So you become. So for a lot of you collectively, you're becoming more equal, more balanced. Some of you might have to pay your tax dockets there for your income tax and looking at income tax. Might be due here. Also hearing someone could be Jewish or the name Julian, okay, or Jason. But yeah. I'm also hearing clergyman going to church. Take me to church. some of you are cleaning or looking at feeding. I keep hearing feeding or federal department and needing to, because this can be on tag. I need to go and see this 6 about something. But some of you within your finances, it's kind of like weighing up your books and your pros and your cons to see what you can afford and what you can't, and dividing your time between what you enjoy and trying to stop doing what you don't enjoy. Okay, so basically looking at yourself to not be so irritating. Okay, irritating. So let's see. So there's the Cancerian energy, but you know, it's kind of in reverse. I don't know whether it was or whether it wasn't. There's this energy here, like I said, there's 2 7s. For some of you, you're finding it very difficult in order to get motivated, okay, in order to be able to go out. Some of you work from home. This is a person that physically works at home, like myself here, works at home. And probably don't want to go to this event, maybe. Or, I don't know, because it is kind of like, is there a way forward or is there a way back? Is there a way back in? So, because like I said, when I was picking up that channel, different one, I said, is there a way back up? Like trying to back someone up and say, look, I'm going to have to back all this up. So it might have something to do with here, okay? So like I'm looking to have something backed up. Some of you might need your car fixing here, okay? But I'm looking to back something up, or I'm looking to cut someone out and cut someone off permanently here. Because for some of you, you're going to be saying, no, I'm sorry, but there is no way back. And there is no way forward either. And still feeling stuck. Right, but for some of you, you're really trying to cut out your ex here and trying not to have anything to do with, like, getting involved for some of you. I see collectively. Jesus, really? 2 cards straight out in reverse. You've got this codependent energy, 9. You could be dealing with a Virgo, but or life path 9, life path 7, Cancerian. It doesn't matter because it's collective anyway. But there's a lot of this, like trying to look at diet and trying to look at weight and trying not to lapse. Also, this person here could have anything around them that is very addictive. Okay. And they could be looking at addictive, like any addictive quality that they might have about them. They can't try to do better, is what I'm hearing, like I'll do better. Or I can do better. Some of you are like really had enough of a person, you're like, I can do better than that. I can do better than that. But I'm also picking up a good energy there of like striving to do something and think, no, I can do better than that. No, I can do better than that. Now, I don't know if that's a person or a thing or a project. But like, no, I can do better than that, because Cancerian in reverse can be going back to the drawing board of a project, okay? And the 9 of Cups, it's kind of like this, I have a wish and a dream to do something, but I know I can do better, okay? So I am picking up that some of you are like, you kind of like have this notion in your head and think, no, I can do better than that. Now, like project things, right, is going over it again and thinking, no, I can do a lot better than that. I can do much better than that. Now, some of you, this is to do with around a love life, and you're saying, no, I can do much better than that. And I can do much better than being treated shit and unfair, okay? So somebody could be saying, no, I can do much better than that, okay? So who that's relating to, I don't know. That's only going to relate to a message for you if you're and like, yeah, I know, I can do much better than them. Okay, so that is competitive energy as well, of like I could do better in a relationship, or striving with oneself also to do better. Man, are the majority of these in reverse or not? No. Collective energy. What's coming up collectively for everybody? Collectively. Pisces. Oh no, they're not all down. So yeah, so there is an energy here of 3. Like I said, obviously for you guys that are in a third party energy, you're definitely going to be saying that I can do much better than that, okay? So, but you've got this energy of like striving to be unstuck from what you're in by learning, okay? Because there is an energy here, believe it or not, these 2 cards, it's kind of like I do want to go forward on something, but I don't want to go backwards either. So, like I said, I don't know if some of you are kind of on that timeline of like, no, I'm definitely not going back to my ex. I want to go towards the future. Pisces would definitely be future. because it's an energy of like an epiphany. So, or the name's Stephanie or Tiffany. But like, I definitely want to go further towards the future, okay, instead of the past. There actually used to be a tarot card reader that I used to watch many years ago called Future Forward, actually. But I think she gave up and she deleted everything that she had, and I don't know why. But I'm hearing Future Forward, Marie. Okay, so any of you out there called Marie or Emily or Melissa or Maria or M or Maria, okay, but I definitely keep hearing this energy of like, I want to go towards the future. I definitely don't want to go towards the past. So I'm looking forward to something, because this is the thing. This is me. This is Stephen King, right? Because I am a Piscean. So I'm looking forward to something. So there's this energy collectively at the moment. I mean, like I said, collectively, you're really going to have to grasp a story of what is relating to you. You can't relate, definitely you cannot relate a general reading to the other person, okay, to the other person, because it's general and it's collective, okay? So don't get lost there with guys that are kind of, because you've got something here that's over, but it's also about to begin, okay? It's also about to start. So it's kind of like, look, get out the way, Steve's about to start. But like something's about to start up again, or it's like trying to get your car started and trying to get things started. I keep hearing. I'm also hearing back to the start. Something to do with around a the song of London to what is that? Razor Light. Back to the start. Back to the start. Do we have to go over this again? Is what I'm hearing. Do I have to go over this again? Do we really have to go over this once more? So you got the Lovers. Yeah, somebody is in love with someone. Then you got Leo. So you kind of got a Gemini energy or a Capricorn, and then you got a Leo or an Aquarian 8 here. So, like I said, it's kind of this energy of like something's about to start again. It's kind of like this. Shall we go forward? Shall we not? Are we communicating? Are we not? But we still feel it. But do we actually really know it? Because it's a progression of forward. So it's kind of like reconciliation of such for some here. Okay, because it's kind of like I want to and I don't want to, but I want to and then I don't, or then I don't really know, but I still kind of do. Because this is having feelings for somebody here. I do have feelings for you. Okay. Because it's kind of like this energy of like, well, I thought you didn't. It's like, no, I do. Oh, what, you do now? Oh, so they do, don't. Somebody could be from like a Scouser or someone from Britain. But like I definitely keep hearing this, like, well, I thought you didn't. It's like, well, I do now. Oh, you do now then, do you? That's what I'm saying. This is Gemini energy. Geminis are very much like that. Okay, you can get very confused around the Gemini. Because it's like, well, one minute you said you didn't, and then the next minute you're saying that you do. It's like, well, I didn't then because of all of the shit that was going on and blah, 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 and so on and so forth, but now I actually do. Oh, you do, don't you, don't? It's like, do you then? It's kind of like, well, I do, but then also sometimes I don't. Because it's kind of like this energy of like, well, I don't want anything codependent, or I don't really want tying down. I just wanted some time. I just didn't really want to feel the way I did, and I don't know whether I believe you or not. So that's why it's afraid not, you see. Because Pisces can have an energy of like, if things become very tiresome for them, they end up jumping upstream. So instead of going with the flow, they'll just let go of everything and just start going with the flow and suit them. That's why you'll always struggle around a Pisces energy, because if the energy becomes very like, oh my God, it's too much, they'll just let go of the reins of a Cancerian energy, let go of the reins of karma, and then physically start to swim downstream to go with the flow of themselves. When they can find themselves, if you don't find this person selfish, okay, if you're dealing with a Piscean energy here, if you can see it within that they're not selfish, it's just that they just don't like fighting. So, well, unless you're dealing with one that does, you know, it depends on what kind of energy that you're dealing with. But like generally, you know, the energy of Pisces is letting go of the reins because there's no way forward or back. There's restrictions and there's argumentative energy. So it's about letting go of the reins, letting Pisces just be free and do what they want. And when they do, they come to terms with the energy of actually having some sort of feelings. So it depends on who you're dealing with here, but it's kind of a general collective energy of that. Once letting go of the reins, when you realise that the energy of like, we both don't really want it, we both don't want this, and we both don't want to argue, and we both don't want each other, When the energy subsides and it relaxes, then what you get is the energy of reconciliation. Okay. For a lot of you that are kind of like thinking in that aspect. So, what's the Seven of Wands? Yeah, so there is an opportunity. Like I said, for some of you, the energy is becoming a lot lighter. Someone is starting to drop their guard and not be so overprotective or over dramatic. Okay, starting to look at things from the other side of the coin, basically. Okay, Ten of Cups, King of Cups in reverse. Holy shit! Some of you are really dealing with a very narcissistic, controlling Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or it's turning one down. Okay, these are definitely going to be people that are married here, married and in relationships with anybody that is narcissistic and controlling. Okay, or this person is an energy of being turned down. Okay, turned down. But like I said, it is a general reading. You will need a personal one for that. So tell me more about this King of Cups in reverse. The Sun in reverse, really? So something's around Leo or Aquarian energies, both being in reverse. So it's kind of like this I don't know. Because it's kind of like I didn't know or don't know what the answer is. It's kind of like two people stuck with one another energetically, but you could be dealing with a new person. But that could be family. Like I said, a lot of you could really be dealing with someone, because this is, like I said, this is all going to go on in families. That's why this is not a major arcana card, it's a court card, and the Sun would represent family, and the Ten of Cups would represent family. So like I said, some of you, there's a lot of energy karmically that is always there around families, around kids, people that are exes, mothers and fathers that you really don't get on with very well here. Okay. Let's have a look at why the Chariot is in reverse. Chariot is in reverse. So you got Leo, Aquarian energy, trying to move forward, but approach this energy here, you see, because it's leaving this energy, which means that your karmic situation could be going on around your family, and that's all going on collectively, and then suddenly you start to go towards your love life, or you forget your love life and you go towards family, depending on what it is that you're going towards. But you're definitely going towards brighter times here, collective energies. So what's the Nine of Cups? Yeah, to make an offer. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3, which would be around a Piscean energy or a Scorpio. Because it's going towards making an offer or talking. And then we approach the energy of the Hangman. What's the Hangman here for? Leo. So you got a huge Leo, or 8, Aquarius, Leo. 3 would mean basically just Pisces. Or a life path 3 even, or a number that adds to 3. Because that would be your trine, that would be your karmic debt number, you see. Your karmic debt number is going to be here, because it's not divisible by. But the code that I broke down for a lot of you that don't know or don't understand, there is a video that's provided below. But basically the karmic debt number that I came up with was many experiences through reading tarot cards and looking at certain things. And that your karmic debt number is a life path number added together. Come up with that number and find the major arcana number, okay? Because it has to obviously go between, obviously like 1 and 9, basically. But 1, you're gonna find it very difficult because there isn't a major arcana that's 1. 2, it would be Libra. 3, it would be a Piscean in my book, because here it's a 12. Okay. So do y'all get me? But like it's energies of going into another cycle, and then you start again with the Ten of Swords. So 9 of Wands, fuck me. I mean, what is that? That's fear of approaching. It's fear of approaching because the energy of gaslighting and confusion. Okay. It's also a lot of energies of courage and strength, but like I said, for some of you collectively, what is this 9 of Wands for? Because 10 is the ending, and then 9 is basically the beginning of the end. So y'all got Ozzy Osbourne. What's the Black Sabbath? 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands, yeah, but they come in very quickly. What's the Lovers for? Yeah, very quickly. Around a Gemini or Leo. This is always Leo for me. You've got big Leo energies here. But like I said, everybody, don't, because I'm A lot of people are losing their mind saying like, I'm a narc and I don't want to be a narc and I'm very controlling and I don't... Fuck that, bruv. I'm controlling. Hands up if you're batshit crazy. I'm a very controlling star sign placement. I'm within my own right to be, because I have no choice other than to be who I am. As I'm saying, a pig's a pig and it's normally got fucking lipstick on it, right? You are what you are. You can't change who you are, because some people are like, no, I'm very controlling and blah, 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 and I'm doing my best to change the way I am. Why struggle to fight to be who you are? If you're an arsehole, embrace the sphincter. Okay, you can't be fake, because the moment you get in relationships, if you're not in them, you'll only notice that control and narcissism, or trying to fight the other person by being who they are and who you are, and create mirrors by actually not admitting who you are. Okay, so you only learn who you are really in a relationship, and when you're in it. When you're out of it and in it and out of it and in it, then you start to realise who you really are. It's about being honest, okay, with yourself. If you can't be honest with yourself, then, you know, do you know what I'm saying? Three of Cups, there you go, reconciliation. Surround a Piscean energy possible, because you've kind of got it here. It's kind of like Leo Piscean energy. Could even be a new person for any of you. Any of you out there looking for a new person possible. There's the Lovers, there's this energy here, and it's here. But for a lot of you, like I said, collectively, I'm kind of picking up like chances of reconciliation. So there you go. There's the collective messages for everybody. If you want, I've got an MPX here. I can't really get it on camera because it's huge. It's probably about the size of this table. It's a complete and utter sampling, mixer, mastering, kind of like... So you'll know when they play the... well, I kind of like breakbeat really, but like rap or like breakbeat and stuff like that, and sampling like... and all that kind of stuff, and then sampling certain energies, music. If you like all of that, by the time I've pretty much figured out how to work it, because I'm kind of there, y'all might like Angel Radio. So if you haven't known, there's another channel that I own. It's called Angel Radio. I'll probably be doing some videos around this when I've studied. Yesterday, I spent the whole day, yesterday on that thing trying to figure out how to work it, and I'm kind of getting there, but when you've got a new thing like that, or a new synthesizer or whatever, it takes quite a long time in order to be able to pick up the workflow of what it is. So for me, it's very difficult because I'm so used to working in DAW specific Ableton. So it's very difficult for me because I am complete and utter just DAW music maker. Okay, so when it comes to hardware, I have really got no idea. So, but I kind of have now. So I'm kind of getting the workflow down. So if y'all want to join, you can. It's a free music channel on the other side. If you're still around, the weekly reading from the 1st until the 7th, you're only really going to find it over on Patreon. So that will be done by the 1st. On the 1st of the month is when they charge you on Patreon, but that will be the only place that you find your actual star sign tarot card reading. I don't know what the second week is, whether I'm going to start doing the YouTube thing and then Patreon, but I'm just letting you guys know that after these videos I'm going to be starting to do the actual weekly readings, the you versus them, the thoughts and the feelings, and what's going to be coming up that week for you. And then on the 1st is when they all start going out over on Patreon there, but you have to be on the full access bundle. But you can check all the links provided below in the show more section. There is so much stuff around this channel, you really just have to have a dig around and find it all. Okay, alright guys, thanks very much. I really appreciate all of your time, any kind of donations, super chat, even the new one that's actually in the thing all of the time now, which says super thanks or whatever it is, I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.